Hello guys, welcome to another tutorial. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how you can set up your Visual Studio Code as a beginner. So when you are just getting started with web development, you don't really need to install a lot of extension in your Visual Studio Code. You just need to install maybe 2 or 3 extensions just to help you work a bit better. So in this tutorial, that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to show you how you can set up and install those extensions, and I hopefully just help you set up your Visual Studio Code, and I hopefully you can start coding a bit better. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing. But before we get started, I just want to ask you, like, if this is your first time, then please consider subscribing and hit that notification bell so you get notified every time we upload a new tutorial. So with that being said, let's get started. So as you can see, I already have my Visual Studio open up, so just open yours. And the first thing that I want us to do is change the font. So defaultly, if you come to this icon here on setting, and then click on setting, right, come to this text editor here, make sure you click on text editor, and then just font. Defaultly yours probably got consola and monospace, so you can choose whatever font you want. I use sans serif, so you can, maybe if you want to use the same font as me, so you can use sans serif. I prefer sans serif, so you can change that. That's the first thing that I want you to do, or that you can change. So make sure settings, and then text editor, font, and then you can change to sans serif, or you can use the default font. It's really just up to you, but for me, I like sans serif, so I always set mine up to sans serif. So that's the first thing. Now the second thing I want to is install the extension, which is the icon or Visual Studio icon extension. So what I want you to do is click on this here, right, an extension there, click on that, and then this should open up. Now I just want you to start typing icon. Just type icon, and then this should open up. You see, you got this VS Code icons there, right? Just click on that, and then they should open up. So now I want you to click on install. As you can see, this is opening up. So I want you to click on install, and then install that extension. As you can see, this extension is installing. So let me just fast forward until it's done installing. So your icons is done installing. So to check it out, you can just click on here, and then if you see you got your icons there, right? If you just open it, you got your icons there. See your folder, and then your PHP icons there. So if you were to create a new file, if you click on this, you want to create a new file, and then if you just type index dot, the moment you start typing HTML, you see that icons there. You got that HTML icon, and then if you press enter, you see you created your HTML file, and then you got this icon. So if you were to create another CSS, let's just say style.css. The moment you start typing CSS, you see you got your your CSS icons logo there, right? And then if you press enter, you see you got your CSS there. And now if you were to create a JavaScript again, let's say script.js, as you can see, you got your JavaScript icons there. So that extension just give you all your logo there, or your extension, or your icons there, right? So that's perfect. Now that you're done with that, let's move on to the next extension that I want us to install. And that extension, we call it an auto rename tag. So to install that, come on to here, right, and then search for it again. Search for auto rename tag, right? You got this auto rename tag there. Just cancel this out. So now you got this auto rename tag, right? You got that. So click on that, and then now come on to here, and then click on install. So it's now installing. Again, I will fast forward until it's done installing. So it's now, this extension is now done installing. And what that extension does is, if you we created this HTML, it just goes to this HTML file here, then let's just create an HTML structure, right? Let's say if we were to create an h2, let's say we got an h2 there, right? This, let's say this is just a tutorial, right? You got that. So if you wanted to change this h3, if the moment you come to this first opening tag there, just delete that 3. You see on your closing tag, the last 3 has already been deleted as well. So if you change this to 2, and then your opening and then your closing tag, they are like you are editing them at the same time. So you didn't have to change the opening tag and then the closing tag. The moment you delete that 2 at the opening tag, you are also just changing already on your closing tag. So that how that extension helps. So you can just, if you were, let's say if you wanted to make this 5, the moment you add a 5 there on your opening tag, it's also being added to your closing tag. So if you wanted to change this, let's say to a different tag, let's say a label, you see you are changing on your opening tag and then at the same time your closing tag is also being changed, so you are working a bit faster, and that's what this extension help you does, right? Perfect. So you got that extension. So now let's move on to our next extension that I want us to install in this. Then the next one, you just have to delete this, and the next extension that I want us to install is called a lifesaver. So just typing a lifesaver there, and this is the extension here, a lifesaver. So let's just install it, lifesaver, and then install. It's installing, so I will fast forward until it's done installing. See, it's now done installing, right? Perfect. So what this extension help us does, as you can see, launch a development local server with live reroute feature for static and dynamic pages. So it got a live reroute feature. So when you open it, let's say to open it, you just come on here. Let's say this is your HTML. Just save that, your HTML file, right? So to run it, just right click and then open a live server, right? Opening a lifesaver there, and then as you can see here, you got this port open up here, so it should open up on your browser. So as you can see, it's now opening up in our browser here, right? So let me just align this so that you can see it perfect. Let me align this and then align that, right? You got it right there, and then you got this right there, right? So let's say you wanted to make some changes here. So let's say you add an h2 here. Let's just say an h2, and then let's just say hey there. You are editing in your HTML file, hey there, right? The moment you save, so just Control S to save, right? Control S to save. The moment you save, you see in your browser it's rerouting automatically. You didn't have to come here and then refresh. You see, the moment you save, let's say add an h3, and then I just say hi my friends, right? And then the moment Control S to save, the moment you save, just pay attention to this. The moment you save, you see it's reloading, and then you got your hi my friend. So that's what the lifesaver help you that. You don't have to go back and forth to reload on your browser. The moment you save on your HTML or your file in your text editor, it will just reload automatically, right? So even if you're working on your CSS, but for your CSS to work, you have to first ring it to your HTML. So let's just ring our CSS to our HTML. So ring, we know it's the name is style.css, right? Save that. Now if you had to make some changes, let's say come into your CSS, let's say we wanted to target the body, right? The body, let's just say we wanted to change the background, wanted to make it, let's say, brown, right? So the moment you save, you see changes has now been applied to your document there, to your browser. You didn't have to come in here and then refresh, right? So that it will help you work a bit faster. That's what the lifesaver does. It helps you work a bit faster. So yeah, those are the extensions that I wanted us to install. And yeah, as a beginner, that's really just the most important extension, or the extension that you need to have. There might be a couple of more, but these three, which is like the lifesaver, the auto rename, and then the icon, just for you to have these icons, those are the most important ones that you really need to have for if you want to work a bit faster. So yeah, with that being said, that brings us to the end of this tutorial. I hope you find this video helpful, and if you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Leave us a comment down below. If this was your first time, then please consider subscribing, and hit that notification bell so you get notified every time we upload a new tutorial. So with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm out. Peace, love, and unity.